Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, and welcome to my hands and my keyboard. We've got a little bit of a different video for you today because I'm going to be showing you the basics of which keys to press and buttons on a controller. I do only have Xbox here, but I will be telling you the PlayStation buttons also because they are very similar to Xbox, like they are in pretty much the same place. They're just called slightly different things. The buttons again are very, very similar. I think this is a 75% keyboard. I don't know if that's 100% right. I just know it's not 100% because I don't have the number pad on the side. This is an American layout keyboard, but I got it set to a British keyboard layout. So some things are actually different, like this 2, it says it's an @ but it's not. And this says it's this line and it's not, it's a hashtag. But I know just because that's what I've typed there for all of my life, but that really shouldn't matter because I don't think I use any of those keys anyway. So first, let's go into how to put move objects on, because this is a big thing with a lot of my tutorials. I have move objects always turned on. I actually have a mod on, but I won't be clicking enter because it breaks the mod. And if you want to know what mod it is by Twisted Mexi, and it is just like the all cheats that I have. So I have like all the cheats turned on all the time. So what you want to do if you are on PC is press Ctrl, Shift and C. You'll be able to see because I'll have the Sims screen up for you, but you'll get this bar come up in the top left hand corner. So just up here, and if you are on a Mac, it is very similar, but it is Command Shift C. If you are using a controller, so whether it is PlayStation or Xbox, what you're going to do is hold all 4 shoulder buttons. So these are the shoulder buttons, which is these ones on the back. So you have your triggers and the buttons on the back, and you want to press them all together. When I do this, nothing's going to happen because it's not connected to anything right now. So you just want to go ahead and click all those, and the cheat bar should pop up. Now what you want to go ahead and do is type any of your cheats in. Like I said, I'm only showing you how to do move objects. So you want to put bb.moveObjects and then a space and on. So it would be the same if you are on a console, but it will pop up with that little keypad for you to search in. And then you want to go ahead and press enter, and it will pop up saying it is on if you're on a controller. It is A or X if you're on PlayStation. And again, it should confirm underneath that little cheat bar that you have the cheat on. If you wanted to turn move objects off, you type in again bb.moveObjects space, but you type off and then press enter, or like I said, on your controller, A or X. And then if you want to get rid of the cheat bar because you don't need it up anymore, you press the same thing again. So I'm on PC here, so it's Ctrl, Shift and C, like I said before, all 4 shoulder buttons. If you're on Mac, the control is just replaced with command. So now you have that in, you can actually raise items. You couldn't do that before. You could resize items, but raising is not possible without bb.moveObjects turned on. So I'm just gonna grab something random from I've got my toddler village open here because it's what I'm working on at the moment. Let's just grab this car. This is from Debug. But like I said, I will show you a video separately on how to get debug. If you grab an item, if you're on PC, for me, I just press 9. For some people, 9 doesn't work, and for some people, you might have accidentally set a camera state and your camera will just fly around. I believe it's Alt-G. I was shown a way how to get rid of the camera states in a different way, which is a bit more difficult, but a few people said, I'm pretty sure it's Alt-G. I could be wrong. But if the 9 key isn't working, try Control 9 because that will also work. And again, if that's not working, holding Shift and pressing 9 or Alt and pressing 9 can also work. It really depends on your keyboard. Like I said, I have a British keyboard layout and it's a 75% keyboard, so it will differ depending on your keyboard. And then if you want to lower things, it's exactly the same thing again, but instead of pressing 9, it's 0. So like I said, it could be Control 0 for you, and that is to lower. And like I said, this isn't going to raise anything because this is not connected to anything at the moment. I don't have it connected to The Sims. I use this for playing other games like Dreamlight Valley. But if you want to raise using a controller, you want to hold the trigger buttons, which are these bottom ones here. You want to hold them together and up on the D-pad. If you don't know what the D-pad is, it is these arrows here. It's the directional pad, and you press the up, and that would be exactly the same if you're on PlayStation. You just hold the trigger buttons. So on here it's LT and RT. I believe it is L2 and R2 on a PlayStation. So that is whether you are on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. That is exactly the same buttons. Like I said, that and up, and then down would be to go back down. You can't go any lower than the floor where it's already at. So if you get an item out and it sits higher up, that is the lowest it can go unless you use a mod. So now how to resize. Resizing is super simple. It is just these keys here, which is the square bracket keys. I hope you can see that because I know the camera angle's not the best. This took me ages to set up and my boyfriend had to help me, but it's the square bracket keys. I'll pop stuff on screen, so if you're confused by anything I'm saying, I'll like have something listed on the side with exactly what it is. But like I said, I have this car and you can size it up and you can make it really big. Sizing down does have a limit, so that's as small as it can go. If the item is a functional item, it will still function the normal way. So for that, what I mean is if I sized up or down a chair, your sim would still sit where it normally sits. I will just show you with this here. Let's make it really tiny and I'll get my sim to sit down. And as you can see, she is just floating up there. So do bear that in mind. And it will be the same if you size it up, they will just sit in it. So bear that in mind when resizing. This is great for more decorational items. And with raising up, I will say you can only raise an item twice and it still be functional. So that goes for pretty much anything. So chairs, kitchen stuff, anything. Twice is the maximum and it still be functional. So if it's for decorative things, it really doesn't matter. But for functional items, don't raise it any more than twice or it will not work. So resizing on a controller, again, it's the back two trigger buttons. So LT, RT and L2 and R2. It's really hard to say that and make sure I get the right ones, but you hold them down and it is left and right on the directional pad. So you're doing left to size down and right to size up. The Mac is the same, it is just using the square bracket keys. Now, how to get free placement. If you're on PC, all you need to do is hold Alt. I'm just going to grab an item to show you. I should just grab this. So when you have your item, press and hold Alt. So I'm not clicking anything, I just have the car selected. When you hold Alt, you get this smooth placement. You can see here, I can place it anywhere. And if you carry on holding Alt and click it down and hold your mouse button down, you can rotate smoothly as well. So you don't have that like, where it does this. You just hold Alt. So you can let go and re-hold and you'll get that nice smooth rotation. So if you're on a console, it is slightly different because you want to toggle. I can't show you the exact toggle. I can show you what you do, but again, it's not going to show you because it's not connected to anything. But to toggle, it is LT if you are on Xbox and L2 if you're on PlayStation. And it will toggle between full tile, half tile, quarter tile, and free placement. And I think it like pops up on screen, I do believe. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I've seen images and it pops up in a little like box on the screen saying that it's like quarter tile placement. So you just click it and that should go through. I believe this also turns the grid on and off when I was looking it up. Like I said, I don't have an Xbox or PlayStation to test it. I'm getting all the information off the internet. So it also said this was for the grid. If you don't know how to turn the grid on and off on a keyboard, you just press G and you can see my grid has popped up here and G to turn it off, and it's exactly the same on a Mac. So controllers have quarter tile placement, like I said, you toggle through. To do that on a keyboard is slightly different. It is Control and F5. And if you don't even know, and you press it again to turn it off. If you don't know what quarter tile placement is, I will just show you. A table might be easy to show you. So if you can see here, this is a full tile. This square here is a full tile. So this is going across two full tiles. Now, if I move it over here to the left, it is between half tiles, this grid line here. Now, if you press Control and F5, you will get quarter tile, which you can see here. There's the grid line, there's a solid line, and it's placing quarter of the way through that grid. Let me know if you want any more of these videos, maybe going more in depth on other things. I will be doing a debug video, but you won't need to see my keyboard for that. But there might be other things that you might be confused at, and I'm happy to do this again. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!